This is a quick demonstration of the Common Core State Standards Mapper from the UCLA Curtis Center. As we scroll down the screen, you'll see, and it's fairly small, the standards primarily for kindergarten. And if I zoom in a little, you can see more clearly kindergarten OA.1, and you see the pop-up that shows that standard. And you can follow these arrows to show which standards follow from that first one. You can also see connections between two standards like OA.3 and OA.5. You actually can select, if you scroll further down, a grade that you want to look at. And as I look at things on a K-12 level, this is particularly helpful because I can go not just to K-8, but up into the high school area to any of these domains. I'm going to select high school numbers. And in just a moment, you will see the high school number standards showing up. And again, let me zoom in a little so we can see more clearly. And I can drag this. And over here, you see some high school number standards. We have the real numbers standard 1, real numbers standard 3, numbers and quantities, complex numbers, and so forth. The real power of this standards mapper comes here. If I select one of these standards like RN.1, and RN.1 is explain how the definition of the meaning of rational exponents follows from extending the properties of integer exponents to those values. By selecting that standard and then coming down and clicking Go in this green button where it says Focus on one standard. When I do that, what you see is a focus on just that standard. It's now here in the middle of the screen. Working backwards, you can see the standards that this selected standard depend on. In other words, for students to be successful at high school numbers, real numbers standard 1, 8EE2 and 8EE1 are necessary, and backtracking further, you can follow this chain back up to 5 standards to see what we need to build up to numbers, real numbers, standard 1. Furthermore, scrolling past this, you can see what standards coming up will depend on this. Clicking Reset will take you back to the high school numbers. Again, they're these standards mostly down through here, and you could choose to select another standard if you wish to. Complex number 4, click Go to focus on that one standard, and I'm zoomed out too far to be able to see it, so let me change that view. I'm not going to find it. There it is. Looks like we're having a little trouble with the site here, so let's see if I can reset. No, I'm going to have to reload that page, and it probably will reset the whole thing to start over. Yeah, so choose your grade is selected again, and I'll have to go through and do that process. But rather than taking longer now, you can see how that site works and allows you to trace these standards not just at the K-8, but all the way through the K-12.